What's going on, YouTube? Crazyncman here to do another no-holds-barred, unbiased airsoft gun review. And obviously, by the title, we're going to take a look at the Apex MK13 MOD-5. As you can see here before you, this is one beautiful, beautiful looking airsoft gun. You might recognize it from my BB test too. I've been using this to test different accuracies of different brands of BBs. This was a good platform because it had a nice tight bore barrel already installed. I want to thank 6mmgunworks.com for sending this over for review. And again, I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to say it's good so I can get more free stuff. If they're junk, I'll call them junk. I'll point out their flaws. But you can guarantee this channel does not sugarcoat its reviews like many, many other ones out there do. So anyways, let's take a look at the chrono test. And then we'll do a little shooting test, and then we'll come back in and we will talk about the Apex MK13 MOD-5. Now what you're going to get with this gun, since these are geared more towards advanced players, it's about $300. You don't get a battery and a charger. You get a 300 round metal high cap magazine. Again, people who are new to airsoft, high cap just means high capacity. You open this door, you dump your BBs in there, and then it has a little winding wheel on the bottom. You wind up the spring so it'll feed the BBs out, but you get a metal high cap magazine. You get a user manual, which is pretty well written. You get a cleaning and unjamming rod. You get this vertical foregrip, and you get the 2 rail covers, and that's all you're going to get when you purchase your Apex MK13 MOD-5. The externals on this gun are absolutely flawless. It's a full metal gun. Of course, you know, being in the $300 price range, you're going to get full metal externals. So let's go over it real quick. Flash hider's metal. It's got 14mm counterclockwise threads underneath it. Front sight is adjustable for height. Flips down, you get this sweet little rail on it. You also have quick disconnect sling points on both sides. You know, really cool. I like the little rail. The rail system on it, so you got plenty of room for everything on this. Here's the included rail covers, which I don't really like. They make it too fat for me. Also, the foregrip is something I didn't care for. I don't like these stubby grips. The receiver, of course, metal upper and lower receiver, flat top rail up here. The logos and stuff are all part of the receiver. They're molded in, so that way they're not going to rub off like some of the etchings and paint you get on some of these guns. If you highlighted this with some white, it would look absolutely fantastic. Rear sight, adjustable left and right, and does, of course, fold up and down. Very positive lock as well. Really nice sight picture. This is blowback. And again, if you're new to airsoft, blowback means it just cycles this fake bolt like a real gun would cycle the bolt. Not a feature I'm really crazy about. One of the nice things about these Apex M4s is it has an Ambidextrous Mag Release, which is a great feature. I wish all guns had this. Charge and handle does have a function in bolt catch, which we'll talk about a little bit later. You get a sling mount here, which is a stamp steel mount. You can mount on both sides. Also the crane stock here, 5 positions, adjustable crane stock. Your gun's going to be about 32 inches with it in, 36 inches with it out. Also has a hole right here if you want to mount your sling on the back and use the quick disconnect mount on the front. You can do that because me personally, I don't like to use a single point sling with a real long gun. I think that's a CQB thing. So I would actually use the crane stock and a quick disconnect up on the front, but that's just a personal preference. And then obviously this thing fires in automatic and semi-mode. Real nice positive lock going from safe to semi to fire. Another great feature of this gun. But the externals, the fit and finish, are absolutely fantastic. All right, now the internals, Apex wanted to make all their guns so you don't need to upgrade them. They just threw everything they had at it right out of the box. So internally it's real nice. It's got a 6.03 stainless steel tight bore barrel. The hop-up is a one-piece metal hop-up chamber. It is what I call the G36 style, where the wheel is on the back and it kind of clicks when you adjust it. Stays in place real nice. Not the best hop-up unit in the world. As far as the bucking and nub, but it gets the job done. The gearbox is of course it's a metal gearbox housing. Has 9mm bearings. It's got a high torque steel gears in it, high torque motor, polycarb piston, you know, all that stuff. It sounds really nice, seems to be shimmed well. It didn't like blow me away, but it does have good performance. I haven't had any issues with it. They call it LiPo ready, which, you know, every gun will run a LiPo. But I've been running an 11.1 volt 20C LiPo on this. I haven't had any issues with it. So internally, really solid. I'm really impressed. Apex did a nice job with this MK13 and all their other guns. Like I said, all their guns come what they want to call a pre-upgraded from the factory. Now the pros and cons of this gun, the pros are, you know, pretty much everything. The upgraded internals, you get really nice externals. There's no wobbles on this gun anywhere. It's just very nicely built. These are made in Hong Kong. So the pros, it's got good performance. It looks good. It's got plenty of rail space. I've had 0 issues with this thing. Nothing that, you know, major that I can complain about. The cons, there are a couple cons to this gun. One, the Magwell is a little wobbly, a little wobbly than I like. And also sometimes the mag hangs up getting it in and out. I've tried different magazines, different brands, plastic, metal, high caps, low caps, mid caps, and it happens with all of them. It's not bad, it just hangs up every once in a while, but no big deal. I think the biggest problem with this gun is the charge and handle. Sometimes it slips over the bolt, so it'll get stuck, which kind of sucks, especially when you use, it's got a function in bolt catch. When you use that feature is when it really seems to get hung up. But just every once in a while, it feels like it just rides up over the bolt and gets a little jacked up. So I don't think there's enough meat on the front of this charging handle. There's 2 little tabs that grab onto the bolt. I just don't think they're quite long enough or something. So every once in a while that gets hung up. And that's really been my biggest issue with this gun, is that. But it's no big deal. It's not like you're adjusting your hop up every 5 seconds. And some people do, but you know, if you have to do that, there's something wrong with your hop up chamber. But that's been my biggest complaint, is this charging handle kind of hangs up and gets a little wonky. But all in all, really not, you know, that's just nitpicking it. I think these are a great gun. I think these are well worth your hard-earned money. I'll put this on my buy list if you're in the market for a nice railed M4 like this, a nice DMR platform. Also, I've been listing my guns on Crazyncman.com now. I'm done paying eBay's fees. They're way too high. So guns like this, extra guns I have, gear, t-shirts, just general junk I have lying around in the shop, winds up on crazyncman.com. So go check it out. You can pay with PayPal, credit card, whatever. I might sell this one on there. I might keep it. I haven't really decided yet, but check it out. And once again, thanks to 6mmgunworks.com and Apex Airsoft for sending this over for review. Don't forget, comment, rate, subscribe, share, like my Facebook, like my Twitter if anybody still uses Twitter, and we will see you on the next review.